Under pressure fucking darkness! This is your own fucking gig! Shut up! Who's J.P. Osborne?
Why didn't you tell us?
That's good, because you should have been watching the show, Amanda. You're the producer.
Still are the bad boys of rock and roll, I hope. If we're not, well, there's something wrong somewhere.
I don't know about troublemakers. There's always real pranksters. We've got Bluey and Cole from the Aztecs are real pranksters. They're screams. It's a pretty sedate tour, in keeping with our age. I hate to say it, but it's true. It's pretty sedate.
One of the show-stopping pieces of the show was when the dancers put on these yellow, fluffy, bird-type outfits and danced in Lovers in the Air. Well, they got me and they put the bra on and the wings and the headdress, and I danced across the stage during John Paul Young, blowing kisses and everything. And of course, Squeak, never being slow to come forward, turns the chorus into Chuggies in the Air.
Chuggies in the air! Chuggies in the air! Chuggies in the air! This guy has left his mark, or his stain, should I say, on every spot on this continent. He's famous for his Dance of the Flames, which involves rolling up newspaper and setting it alight. He, in an overzealous moment, used greaseproof paper once and set his ass and half a hotel on fire. Mr. John Bluey Watts report.
Well, Bluey, on the bow, dropped his trousers. We didn't think he'd do it, but he really did it. We're proud of him. What a guy. My hero.
Don't know what happened. I was just standing there and off I came.
Diet must be working.
I apologise to everyone in Melbourne and on the show because it definitely wasn't, meant to be.
I had to get Normie Rowe. I mean, it had to be done. We were rivals in the 60s, and it was the perfect opportunity.
There's usually this scantily dressed dancer with, the great body and everything doing this silhouette dance on the screen, and she was replaced halfway through the song by Gil Matthews and some accomplice in doing one of those silhouette doctors, the removal of things from various orifices of the body. Everybody's laughing.
I swear.
I'm the brunt of the joke.
You can't see anything.
Down my backbone. Got the shakes in my knee bone. I got a tremor in my thigh bone. Shaking all over. I caught it out of the corner of my eye. Well, you make me shake and I like it, baby. You make me shake and I like it, baby. Shake, 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 shake. Get off. And he gets the girl. You think I'm going to finish this now, don't you? I'm going to hang you out to dry. Shaking all over. The routine went out the window, and the poor girl who'd only done it last night and tonight was very upset. And Gil, you should know better. You prick.
It's good to see all the familiar faces doing it and still doing it real good,
It's just sort of like yesterday. All of a sudden, we're all back together again.
It has to be documented. It has to be there. And once you get with this gang, I mean, they're a good bunch of people. There's no snotty nose in among this lot. And if there was, I don't think they'd last very long, especially on this tour.
The television show created a milestone in its own right. And I think to be the concept of taking it on the road, I think was an extraordinary idea. I don't think anybody thought it was going to be as successful as what it was at the time, and I think we've proved to a lot of people that we can still do it and still have a good time.
A bit like a high school reunion, you know, there's a lot of love in the room and all that sort of stuff. You know, you can get a bit sentimental about it, it's good fun. You know, we're not ashamed of that at all. Probably a few tears at the end.
And the production values on the show is equal to, you know, any great show. U2, Stones, the same sort of money, investment, of time and energy and art and talent and design has gone into the show. And it's a pleasure to be on. Just, if you don't do anything else in your life, it's a nice thing to finish with.
We actually have created something that will live long past us. It's just a fantastic feeling for me. And I know that Kevin Jacobson, Amber, Amanda, Billy, our American partner, Jack Utzik, all feel the same way, that we actually went out there, the promoters, Kevin, Jack and I, put our nuts on the line, and it paid off. And it was Australian music paying off. And I'm very proud to have been part of it.
Now, this is the last show. It's happy and it's sad. This is something that I sat down with Michael Chugg. He's the guy that ran on with the feathers earlier. And Amanda Pellman and Ted Robinson, who directed the TV show that you'll see at the end of the year. This has been... I can't speak. It's been the best fucking thing I've ever done.
As the finale of the last show approached and the artists left the long way to the top stage for the last time, mixed emotions could be seen on their faces as they stood side stage. The history-making musical adventure they'd taken together was coming to an end.
Let's get some guitar players on here.
And another one bites the dust. Ho!
So sad. We feel empty. Yeah. Why can't we have it all over again? We want to cry.
It's pretty sad, really. We've kind of, you know, really got to know each other pretty well now. There's a lot of people I haven't met that were on the show.
Exhilarating, exciting, but very, very sad.
Not to be missed and never to be forgotten. It was fantastic. Thank you very much, Mr. Chugg.
It's been a beautiful tour. Funny word, I know, but it feels so full of love to me. I think we all genuinely like each other, and in most cases we love each other. So, what a lovely time.
The experience of my life. It was wonderful.
It's just amazing to hook up with all the guys that I started out with, you know, like 90 guys that if you had to ask me a week ago before the tour started, would I ever see these guys again, I probably would have said my chances are zilch of seeing everyone, but to get to hang out with them for a month and they're still playing music to me, I'm a happy man.
It's a long way.
The cast and crew of Long Way to the Top.
We'd like to thank all the crew and the guys at the sound desk and the 50 guys that have been working backstage all night that you haven't seen. Come on! Come on!
4.5 weeks, 18 concerts, and 140,000 people. Australia, we love you!